and it gives Statesboro Blues, just the fact that it's in that tuning and it's kind of low, a lot of its transcendental quality. Okay, and we're just going to get started. I'm going to show you how this song is played. For the most part, Blind Willie is playing a steady, alternating bass when he's in D. He plays D when he plays his G chord. Because you have a lowered 6th string, he doesn't play the 6th string. He just plays the B note, which would normally be the B note, the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and he uses his little finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and his 1st finger to move on and off the 7th note. As far as the 5 chord in this 12-bar blues, he doesn't use a 5 chord. Instead, he substitutes a D minor 7th by taking the D chord up 3 frets and just playing this D minor 7th. I'll show you how he does it. At the very end of the song, he does use 1 5 chord just to end the song, and it's a very effective technique. So he starts out with an intro. And much of the song is based on this little figure that he uses in the intro, which takes a run from the 2nd fret of the 1st string, 1st fret of the 1st string, which is the move from the major, D major, to the D minor, to the open 1st string, to the 2nd string, 3rd fret, which is the D chord. So he uses this run a lot throughout the song. Sometimes he takes it the other way. So the song starts out with pinches the low bass, gets his bass going, and then immediately he hammers, sounds to me, from the 2nd fret of the 3rd string to the 4th fret up to that D note. Sounds like this. And then he goes back up from the D note. So he goes down, bum, 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 hammers, goes back up, goes to the open B string, the 2nd fret of the A string, 3rd fret of the D string, and resolves it on the high D note, which is actually the same note as the high-tuned 4th string. Intro sounds like this. Then he repeats that run going up from the D note to the 1st string open, and then the song begins and he sings the verse. He, as far as I can tell, this is an old recording, he pretty much shadows his singing with a melodic sense on the guitar. So when he sings "Wake Up Mama," "Wake up Mama," it's that figure that goes down. Mama, wake up Mama, turn your lamp down low. And then he goes to the 7th. Hits the major. When he hits this 7th, he goes immediately to the A string, and that begins his climb up to the 2nd fret of the A string that puts him into the G chord. So it's climbs up to the G string. And this is where he uses his G 7th chord. These are his basses. Wake up mama, turn your lamp down low. So that second part of the line is turn your lamp down low. It goes from what is a G7 note is a D minor in the D minor note. So it's turn your lamp, open B string low. And then he has a little figure that he throws in between verses most of the song, which is a little pull off on the first string, first fret. Uses this quite a bit. And he's got a bass going with it. So it goes, he pinches. As I said, he never really goes to a 5 chord, which would normally be an A chord. Instead, he moves up and substitutes this beautiful D minor 7th chord just by sliding these 3 fingers up, 3 frets, and going from the 5th fret to the 7th fret on the first string. And over it, he sings the verse. Have you got the nerve, mama? And then there's the famous Willie McTell descending run. Which he plays very simply by going from the 2nd fret, 5th string, bum, 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 bum. Or at that point after the run, he can use that pull-off figure that I just showed you. That is basically what he does on the verse. He does vary it a little bit because the words vary. For instance, on when he sings the verse, "I once loved a woman better than I've ever seen," instead of using these melody lines down here, he slides up here and he goes, "Once loved a woman better than I ever seen." Then to the 7th. He goes to the whole 7th chord. And his melody on this G part goes, "Once loved a woman." So he's got these notes. He's so familiar with these notes, he's very fluid with them, that he can spontaneously follow his melody. He's singing his melody along with these notes. And so that's really basically the whole thing he does with the verse. He takes a little break there by sliding up to this G position, D. Now, when he plays this G position D, he only bars the first 3 strings on the 7th fret because he wants to keep his open D basses going. These act like drones, practically, that go throughout the whole song. And he plays this figure. And the figure, he pinches the top string, goes to the 7th, goes to the 2nd string on the 10th fret, 2nd string on the 8th fret, 7th fret, and then the D note, which is on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. It sounds like this. Sometimes he syncopates it. And sometimes he just moves from the 1 to the 7 as he talks. Sister, tell your brother, brother, tell your friend. And he keeps moving from the 1 to the 7 there.